Sox retake the lead. Bottom 6 will be manager Ozzie Guillen's final inning of participation. He argues with home plate umpire Jerry Davis over the strike zone. Thought his man struck out Eli Marrero.
Justin Dukeshire pitching, and Joe Creedy leans into that one. Hunter Wendelstedt, his daddy was an ump. He's been preparing for moments like this his entire life, and Creedy clearly lowers his left arm to get a hit on purpose. Come on back. And Ozzie Guillen, these two have a history.
He's in bottom 4. Jermaine Dye facing Josh Towers. That's low and away. Called a strike. Ozzie Guillen watching his ace getting shelled. And that pitch enough to bring him out.
John Danks on the mound for the White Sox facing Lyle Overbay. Starts to swing and went right off his hand. Hit by the pitch as he began to swing. It's not feeling good. Overbay is granted first base as the rules would suggest. He had not swung the bat. He had just started to do so. White Sox manager Ozzie Guillen comes out to dispute all this, gets into it with third base umpire Chuck Merriweather. My watch costs more than your car. And then the home plate umpire, Alfonso Marquez, has words, and he's going to run the manager. He doesn't want to listen. It's over. He's
on first, Felix P.A. at second. And DeRosa going to drive one deep into right field. It's going to get all the way to the wall. Rob Makoviak will retrieve it, get it back to the infield. Paul Konerko gets it, eventually makes a throw to second, and Pagan is tagged out going back to the base. DeRosa then caught in a rundown. Konerko says, you know what, I'm going to get the guy headed home, Felix P.A. He's caught in another pickle here between third and home. He's tagged out by Josh Fields. Crazy double play, but looks like 2 outs nonetheless, right? Well, no. Umpires convene. You're going to talk in the infield about obstruction. Ozzie Guillen's like 2 outs for me. What's there to discuss? Umpires continue discussing Rule 7.06b. Lou Pinilla's confused, and we'll look at this more closely. Juan Uribe appears to be obstructing Angel Pagan. Third base ump Ed Hickox calls it right away. Ditto Ed Rapuano there at second. So at this point, you just let it play out and then sort it out. Pagan tagged there at second, eventually PA, they're headed home. Doesn't matter because of the obstruction. Crew Chief Cowboy Joe West signaling that all the Cubbies are going back to some bases. PA to third, Pagan to second, DeRosa's going to go to first. Ozzie Guillen's going to come out, argue the call, but he was polite, but PO'd, asked West to run him eventually, and the Cowboy, out you go.
Hoping to see history early on. Bottom 1, Derek Jeter 0-2 count. Did he check the swing? Tom Hallian says he did. Ozzie Guillen has something to say to Phil Cuzzy, and Phil Cuzzy says, be more constructive with your feedback, please. Guillen empties his pockets. He will not go until he has his say. He makes his points, and he walks away.
Ozzie Guillen not around to see the entire game. Bottom 3, drama. Paul Konerko at the dish. Nick Blackburn's pitch called a strike by home plate umpire Phil Cuzzy. Guillen comes out to argue. The two go nose to nose, and Guillen gets tossed. Bonus for whomever has Cuzzy in an umpire fantasy league.
Phenomenal stuff. Bottom 7, Sox trailing 8-4. Nick Swisher at bat. Home plate umpire Rob Drake calls a strike on Jamie Wright. Swisher not pleased. Ozzie Guillen comes out. As you might expect for a man to learn his English from John Kruk, he gets thrown away. C.J. Wilson's first pitch in relief to Carlos Quinton, a 3-run homer.
Carrasco replaces Richard. He faces Olivo with the bases loaded. Carrasco throws it high. Olivo goes down trying to avoid it. Ruled a foul tip even though Olivo thought he was hit. The very next pitch, Carrasco going up top high again, and Olivo gets plunked, and son, it is on. Oh yeah, break it out. Bench is clear. All you need is an octagon and some gloves, and you got ultimate fighting.
Carrasco kind of got a slap upside the head there.
A little bit, but check out Olivo. Turns around and punches A.J. Pierzynski. That was Olivo's second hit of the game, if you know what I'm saying. Olivo and Carrasco would be ejected. Ozzie Guillen explodes when Carrasco's ejected. Guillen starts yelling at home plate umpire Tim Timmons. Third base ump Gary Cedarstrom, the crew chief, he gets involved. Guillen's like, don't touch me. Get your hand off of me. He's ticked about losing Carrasco after only one batter. Guillen ejected, but after the game, Cedarstrom would apologize for the Carrasco ejection.
Struck him out looking to end the inning. He flips the bat in disgust. He's got words for Mike DeMuro. But the inning is over. After Jermaine Dye struck out to end the inning, he had words for Mike DeMuro, and it looked like it was over. Well, he walked away.
Watch him throw the helmet, though. The helmet goes back towards him.
And that's
automatic ejection.
Ozzie Guillen came out briefly, but then turned and walked away.
So Josh Fields hit into a 5-4 fielder's choice.
And now Ozzie is laughing at Mike DeMuro, and I think Ozzie's been given the heave-ho. And I'm not sure Ozzie was saying much, but he's going to go up and talk to him now and say, wait a second, I was just standing here, and you took off your mask and came over to me.
It's the first ejection of the year for the White Sox.
Well, the Kansas Cities and the Clevelands struggling somewhat. Kansas City losers of 5 in a row coming into tonight's action. The Indians losers of 6 in a row. And Joe West has heard enough. Now we'll see who exactly he threw out.
I'm the worst lip reader in the world. I wish I could read lips.
Well, Joe is saying, I thought you were talking to me. Maybe he said, are you talking to me? And a great play by Jermaine Dye in right field. Set it up. That one just misses inside. AJ wanted it. Mark Carlson didn't give it to him.
Even Matt Thornton buckled at the knees here. Adam Everett, I think he was getting ready to walk back to the dugout too. Everybody knew it. That crossed the plate. That was a strike.
That crossed the plate right in the middle of the plate. And I think Carlson is hearing it from the dugout. And I think Ozzie might have been given the boot.
Griffey. First pitch to Kochman. Fair ball. Base hit down the right field line. Lopez rounding third. He will score. Wilson holds at third. As the ball. Now he's sent home. Wilson sent home as the ball hit. Looked to hit a fan in the corner or got lodged underneath something in the right field corner. And Ozzie Guillen out to argue.
I think third base umpire fielding culprit is saying that had a fan not interfered, in his opinion, the runner from first base, Jack Wilson, would have scored. And that is an umpire's opinion, because that ball would have rattled around in the corner. Ozzie's going to argue it, but an umpire does have that discretion of allowing the runner from first to score if, in his judgment, the ball, and think about it, had the ball not been fielded by the fan, it goes all the way to the wall. That's and right. Jack Wilson scores on the ball.
And we are shielded from that corner, so hard to tell what exactly the ball hit until we had to look at the replay. But the Mariners awarded that second run, and they now lead the White Sox 4-2.
So it's a double fan interference, but in the opinion of the umpire, third base umpire fielding Culver, in my opinion, he's right here. Ozzie's going to complain and may get run from this game. But I think Culbreth is making the right call. Because clearly Jack Wilson, who was already almost on third base when the fan interfered, would have scored because that ball goes all the way to the wall. I think that's a good call.
And Casey Kossman with a 2-run double with 2 outs here in the top of the ninth as Ozzie continues to let his opinion be known to the umpiring crew.
The 1-1. With a breaking ball, sort of a slider, in the count 2-1.
Well, their bullpenners have been. Well, Ozzie's got a problem here with the home plate umpire has a problem with Brzezinski. Now, normally, if a catcher doesn't turn around and make it obvious, well, he's going to get an earful here from Ozzie. Then Sonia obviously didn't like what Brzezinski was saying. He let him know it.
I guess what Ozzie was saying, hey, listen, he can say whatever he wants. He's not showing you up. He didn't turn around, and now Ozzie gets thrown out. And now there's a good chance Ozzie's going to get his money's worth.
Well, let's see what Brzezinski has a problem with here. Well, now Brzezinski pulled the glove back. Now you see the conversation here. Now he's turning around. Oh, okay.
And now Ozzie's getting warmed up. His team has not played well. He's seeing the Central maybe slip away with the Tigers and the Twins playing such good baseball. And now he's on the precipice of losing 2 out of 3 to the Yankees. And maybe he's just trying to fire up his team. But he came out to protect Brzezinski, who gets a little chatty. And he ended up getting thrown out by the home plate umpire, Dan Iasonia.
Well, now here, the crew chief, Dale Scott, standing next to him. Normally, they'll deflect any of the conversation to have Ozzie go away so nothing gets more severe.
So Guillen gets tossed. And Joey Cora, his bench coach, will manage the final couple of innings.
Uh-oh. Yeah,
he called a balk. And Mark Buehrle can't believe it because he's been using that move for as long as he's been in the league. And for as long as he's been in the league, that's been very effective. This time, Joe West on the job. Watch it again. I'm having a hard time seeing where that's a balk.
Now Joe's going to give him some argument because Mark's saying, why do you do? Joe, just get over there and umpire, will you?
Yeah,
just get over there and umpire.
No,
that's all.
Now Ozzie's coming out to talk with Joe, and what he's going to say is,
Joe looks like he is looking for problems with us.
Well, he's telling Ozzie, don't come out. He's going to throw Ozzie out of the game if he does.
I tell you, the last couple of years, Mr. West has had some problems with the White Sox.
Well,
and then he's telling Ozzie to get, you know, he knew that he was going to throw him out. He's a joke. He's becoming a joke is what he's doing. He's becoming a joke to the umpiring profession.
Well, Mark Buehrle has been using that same move since he's been in his league. I've taken a look at that move for quite some time. I also have as many years in the league and more years, I believe, as Joe West. And that was not a balk.
Joe is it's getting to be that time, I think, for Mr. Joe West.
With RBI in the second inning. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And doing the best he can, try to move the ball around, misses inside. Well, let's come back with the little cutter, try to get it down the way. So far tonight, that's been his best opportunity.
You know, if he could throw that pitch every time, a cutter that started over towards the middle of the plate, hitting the outside corner, and now here comes Ozzie Guillen, who just threw his lineup card all over the place. And I believe he was just ejected by home plate umpire Tim Timmons. Now remember, after the top of the first inning, Tim Timmons walked over to the Royals dugout and had a conversation with Ned Yost. And we don't know what it was about, but we thought perhaps, as Tim Timmons was not calling some pitches that looked like strikes and appeared to be in the Fox Tracks grid, Ozzie's going to get his money's worth.
Well, Ozzie will generally say whatever it is on his mind. If they're complaining about the strike zone right now, kind of surprised he's doing it in a ball game like this, because this guy is absolutely carving it up. Gavin Floyd is having a super night, and if you got a game going like that, I think you want to just kind of keep it going long without disturbing anything.
Just a short lead by Savelli. All right. Can they turn it? No. Yeah, it's too quick.
Well, they were turning it about as fast as he could, and now Ozzie's going to come out to talk with Bob Davidson.
Look from up here.
Look from up here
like he was safe.
I thought he was safe also.
Taking a look and see.
They did it as quickly as they could do it.
Safe.
He's safe.
So now,
with good speed, and they throw to first, and now having a balk called, and they call another balk. And this time, Ozzie's going to get thrown out of this game. Well, he did. And that one looked like it was called
Angel again,
perhaps
or
by Joe West.
Yeah.
Don't know for sure, but Ozzie is beside himself.
Different umpires have different responsibilities, and again, if you're behind the dish, you've got a big one calling balls and strikes. So taking it upon yourself to look at balks or look at other things, you guys, he's got a little bit of a legitimate gripe here.
Well, Ozzie's getting his money's worth. You can certainly say that. And now Joe West is coming ambling in from third base.
That might be a mistake.
Ozzie's going to yell at Joe a little bit.
Exactly.
These have been two very big balk calls. The first one turned into a run. And now you've got Blanco at second base.
So the 2-2.
brings him up on it. Here's the pitch to Konerko. And then in between innings, Ozzie. This is the hottest I have ever seen Ozzie since he's been managing.
Well, he let it all go. He certainly got his money's worth and then some. Todd Tichenor threw him out very early. The rest of that is just getting your money's worth.
Drops down, breaking ball.
That ball was foul.
Well, not according to James Hoy.
That ball was foul. If he can't see it because he's blocked by Soto, you need to get some help.
Picked it up behind the plate.
That ball was in fair territory, rolled back with the spin, and back to the plate.
Watch this. There's got to be a fair if he fouls it straight down, but watch it come back and watch where he picks it up. That's foul.
Oh, goodness. Zambrano walks him. We told you that Dan Bellino's been on every borderline call. This one would qualify as a borderline call. Let's see where it was.
And just off the plate.
And Ozzie Guillen right now in Bellino's face.
A little more longer, this could be Ozzie's first ejection. Bellino giving him a lot of time.
He's already been tossed. So it is, number 1.